Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the New Kin Orientation. I am Moon Goddess Ambrosia, Kin 181, the Red Crystal Dragon. And we welcome you all to the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment New Kin Orientation, which we have every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so before we get into the session, we want to make sure that we say the prayer of the 7 galactic directions so that we can all get prepared and get ourselves in vibrational alignment for the message that we will be talking about on today. So stay tuned.
From the East, House of Light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the North, House of Night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may know all from within. From the West, House of Transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the South, House of the Eternal Sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, House of Heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, House of Earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Yum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Yum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Yum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature.
Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe Yo. I definitely got to give a big shout out and gratitude to our Kin sister, Kin 165, Lisa, for doing such an amazing intro for us for the prayer of the 7 galactic directions. Give thanks and gratitude for her contributions to Synchronistic Human. And so I also want to give thanks and gratitude to the source of all creation, to Mother Earth, our ancestors, as well as our star elders and the foundation for the law of time. We give thanks and gratitude to Jewel University of Immortal Sciences, Melanin 6, all of the master teachers, as well as the Mimic Priesthood, for which Mimic stands for Melanated Immortals Making Evolutionary Changes. And last but not least, we give thanks and gratitude to our indigenous family as well, and all of the contributions that we all pour into the space so that we can continue to grow and evolve and, to grow and evolve along our journey. So give thanks to all of the knowledge and the wisdom, the experiences, and gratitude. So Ashe. All right, so, one second here. There we go. Okay, so yes, we already went over the prayer of the 7 galactic directions. I really love saying this prayer. So I know this is the New Kin orientation, so there may be, some new people tuning in. And so when it comes to the prayer of the 7 galactic directions, I want to make sure, I just talk about it a little bit. Also encourage you to maybe grab a screenshot of it so that you can be able to read it yourself and connect with it. And as you do so, you will notice that the prayer is actually guiding us to be open to receiving the wisdom so that we can transform our lives. Just going through the prayer real quick. So the wisdom comes into us, then it ripens in us so we can so that we can have the understanding and overstanding of the wisdom that we received. And then through us understanding that, it helps us to transform ourselves so that we can move in alignment and make decisions based on taking right action. And then from there, we get to tap into, our planetary being by actually getting into the frequency and moving and taking those right actions so that we can receive the blessings, so that we can create more harmony in the world and stay connected to source, the most high, God, whichever reference you use. I like to say the most high. So, we stay in connection, and this is what harmonize all of us with each other as well as our mind with nature. And so I just absolutely love prayer. I give thanks for me being open to integrating it into my own personal practice. I say it every rising. At least I do my best to at least say it one time a day. And so give thanks and gratitude for the prayer. And so, yes, I am Ken 181, the Red Crystal Dragon, Moon Goddess Ambrosia, the Fifth Force Oracle. And I like to get started by saying my affirmation. I encourage you all to, once you get your kin number, or if you already have your kin number, I encourage you to practice saying your affirmation as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and say mine. I am Ken 181, the Red Crystal Dragon. I dedicate in order to nurture, universalizing being. I seal the input of birth with the crystal tone of co-operation. I am guided by the power of space. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe Yo. And so, yes, being dedicated to my heart so that I can nurture myself and all of us here and whoever else encounters me or whoever I encounter, just so that we can, be able to cooperate with each other. Like, it's amazing when we could be ourselves around each other, being able to feel that love, to feel that nurturing, and feel supported in those type of environments. Like, it's nothing better than that. So, that's what I'm all about, sharing space that's cooperative with everyone else. We all are in harmony. And so I give thanks to us being here on the New Kin orientation, because we are, an important, I'm going to say, we are a growing community. And so we're going to talk about some of the information in regards to synchronistic human and who we are. However, before we get into that, I do want to make sure that, I introduce and talk, just a little bit about why we have the New Kin orientations. And so, by coming onto these sessions, introducing like-minded individuals onto these sessions, the reason why we are here is so that we can introduce or get intro. Okay, let me slow down. I'm just really excited. I always get excited on here. My thoughts be moving faster than I can speak sometimes. So let me come on down. Come on back. All right. So on these sessions, we make sure that everyone gets familiar with their galactic signature. And the reason why you want to know your galactic signature is so that it can help you dive into more discovery and have a deeper understanding about who what type of energy you embody and what your purpose is. And so on the session, we will also go over the kin of the plasma oracle reading, as well as talk about some evolutionary tools to help you to integrate this information within your life, within your being. And so we have these sessions every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. And we have it set up in a way where, we have it streaming on all social media. So we have it on StreamYard, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So definitely be sure to share the link with like-minded individuals so they can come on and receive their information as well. And so one thing that we like to do when we're on the session is to check in to see where everyone is logging in from, because this is how we build the community. You'll be surprised to see how many people are here on the session that might be next door to you, or maybe in a state or a city that you visit often. And so by us being here on these sessions, we build community. We also have the opportunity to network and so much more. We learn and grow and evolve together. And so while we're here, we're going to talk about who we are, what your galactic signature is, and how to find out what that is. Go over the Kin of the Plasma Oracle reading, as well as talk about how you can maximize using the Synchronistic Human platform. So that's basically going over some details about our website and what we offer. And then we'll talk about some upcoming events, as well as some additional steps as to how to get started. And so there will be a time for us to go over any questions that you may have. So right now is a great time to make sure that you have something to write with. Get you a pen, a pencil, and some paper or a notebook, so that you can take down some notes, as well as make any notations for any questions that you may have later on in the session. And so if we do not get to answer your question, if you drop it in the chat earlier, we're going to do our best to be able to answer those at least by the end of the session. And so I'm glad to see that we have our kin tapping into the chat, letting us know where they're logging in from. I will actually go first. I am in Virginia. And so I definitely had an honor of meeting a lot of our kin family here at events. Even when I met Sister Kin 211, Ashe. It wasn't even an event at that time. We made a plan to link up, and we had an amazing time. And so let's see who we have here. I see we have a Kin 64 from Indiana. She's logging in from YouTube, and I want to welcome you here into the space. We also have Dreamy Pisces. There she go. That's Ashley right there. Kin 211 in the 757. So yeah, when I saw that she was in Virginia, I was like, oh, I know people in the 757. You down to like link up? So we ended up linking up, and we had an amazing time. And I also see we have Kin 226. She is logging in from North Augusta, South Carolina, and she's on StreamYard. So welcome to the space. Yes, we definitely had a fun time. And yes, we have Tatiana here in the space. She is in Atlanta, Georgia. Kin 134. Y'all may have seen her on, some other sessions. I definitely love when she gets up here and do her thing. So I appreciate you as well. We have Kin 240. Sakmet Mayat El. Ashe, peace. Welcome to the space. And yeah, like we are all over. Like not only are we logging in from different platforms, but like we are literally all over the world. And so yes, Kin 240, she is in Union, South Carolina. So we got people here from South Carolina, Georgia, Virginia. We all over the place. Okay. We even have Indiana. We got what I was gonna say. We have people that comes in from overseas as well. And so I remember we had some kin that was in the UK. Every now and then they may pop up in from time to time. So like I said, we are all over. So I welcome all of you to the space, and I'm thankful to share space with you all. And I'm glad that y'all are here. Okay. So yes, we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. So hopefully you got your pen and your notebook ready, because it's time to take some notes. And so Synchronistic Human, School of Enlightenment. Who are we? Well, we are a progressive group of cosmic beings that are highly intelligent, intuitive, telepathic, and laser beam focused on evolving. Okay, like that's the number one, that's the number one thing. Are you here to evolve? If so, this is a great space to start, you know, getting more familiar with us, because we tap into our own innate abilities to help us through that evolution process. And so basically we are focused on evolving through the journey of remembering who we are, remembering our Akashic records, remembering, the information and insights that we were born here with, okay? So that we can fulfill our galactic purpose. In order to fulfill your galactic purpose, you got to know what your purpose is, right? I know for myself, I've had some challenges, having some clarity with understanding what my purpose is. And I can definitely say this cosmology and being here in the space has definitely added more insights, or helped me to dive into deeper aspects to tap into my powers and things. And so this is why we are here, and this is what we do. Yes, it's definitely evolution time. What am I saying? Let me calm down. I'm excited. All right. So this is an online school based in Atlanta. I mentioned that we are worldwide, and our founder and chancellor is Neb Taharka Kanish Kawak. He founded Synchronistic Human in July of 2023, and we currently have 12 courses that are being offered. These 12 courses are mainly, it's focused around the law of time and its relationship with nature. So basically, by understanding the law of time through the power of synchronicities, it helps us to be in tune with nature, with the cycle, with the cycles of nature. Talking too fast. With the cycles of nature. And so the more that we come into alignment with it, the more we can start to make, we'll start to see a lot of different changes occurring within our personal lives. Also, we talk about the whole mind concept. So this is also known as the hollow mind perceiver. So when it comes to the whole mind concept, this is us tapping into all of the different aspects of our mind and our brain. A lot of the time we hear that we only use about 10% of our mind or all of our brain. So through what we study here, through the courses, we learn how to tap into those different faculties of our mind. So by us doing that, it also helps us to improve our self-image. I could definitely say it helped me to see myself in a new light, being able to make sense more out of, different synchronicities that I've encountered and things like that. And, it just helps us to strengthen how we see ourselves, right? And so another great thing we have coming real soon is the Economic Initiative for Small Businesses. So if you have a business, and, you are looking to start a business, we also have courses coming up to help facilitate that development. And it also goes back to what I mentioned earlier about us coming together as a community and networking. So if you are interested, definitely stay tuned, because that's coming up real soon. Okay, so we want to make sure that you take note of that if you are interested. And so without further ado, it's really important that we talk about what a synchronistic human is. I feel like I say this every time. This is one of my favorites. So a synchronistic human is someone who is able to be multidimensional while unifying energy from the synchronicities of natural time cycles towards the holonomic evolution of humanity, Mother Earth, and the galactic whole. So Ashe and Ashayo to Nepta Harker for making sure that we have this definition. I also encourage you to take a screenshot of it if you haven't done so already, or write it down. And I say that because it helps us to stay mindful and keep this in the forefront of our minds that we are multidimensional beings. We have the power to tap into synchronicities and really make significant changes within our lives and for humanity, even all the way out to the cosmos. So, we're real powerful beings. So this is why we are here to, really establish ourselves or remember that we are synchronistic humans. And we have so many powers that we don't really tap into, or maybe we aren't aware of how much we actually do tap into it, right? I feel like that was one of the things that I've came into the awareness of as well. It's like, oh, wow, that's what that was. Oh, I was using my powers. Oh, okay. That type of thing. All right. So when it comes to synchronicities, I know a lot of the time we want to just, say, oh, that's just a coincidence. No, it's more meaningful than that. Synchronicities, they refer to the underlying cosmic intelligence that synchronizes people, places, and events into meaningful orders. So we experience synchronicities when an outer event corresponds to our inner thoughts, perception, and feelings. So when we spin this around, this lets us know that the way that we think and perceive things and how we feel, that is what produces the synchronicities that we experience. So, the more that we bring ourselves into alignment with the things that we want to experience and start to move in the vibration of that aligns to what we want to experience, then we will start to see more of those synchronicities, right? So even if you notice synchronicities that you're not fond of, that also shows something about something, that also shows something is going on within you that you may also need to evolve, especially if you do not like, what you're seeing, right? And so this is what I was saying about tapping into the power of synchronicity. This is our evolutionary power, is being able to change that. Ashe? All right. So through this cosmology, what we do is we take a look at the 13 moon calendar, which also is synchronized to the Zocan calendar and the Gregorian calendar. In this cosmology, we focus on using the 13 moon calendar, which, this is how we can, look into the calendar to figure out what our galactic signature is. Because the day that you were born on within the 13 moon calendar is coded by your galactic signature. And so, when we pair the calendars together, it will also link to one of the 260 possibilities of the 260 kin that's within the Zocan calendar. And so by playing the role of your galactic signature, you allow yourself in mind, body, and spirit to vibrate at that particular frequency. And so basically what that means is like when we think about energy, right? Energy is here to create things. So we have all this energy inside of us. And so when we allow ourselves to move and operate in that consistently, that is where, we produce the frequency. So just like when we look at the definition of what frequency is, it's the rate of a vibration, right? So when we move in that frequency, we start to broadcast it out to everyone around us, and we share our gifts or share the gift of our creative power with the world around us. And so this even shows up in interactions with people. Like, for example, people can meet me and be like, "Oh, you're very nurturing." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a red dragon." I tend to nurture a lot, the red dragon is known as like the big mama of the 260 kin. So, or I'll say of the 20 archetypes, I'll say. So yeah. So, if you do not have your kin number, this is a great time to drop it in the chat. You could also put you could drop your date of birth in the chat And all you need is your month, date, and year. You do not need the time or anything like that. And you also have the option of emailing myself or Nep Taharka so that we can provide you with more details about your galactic signature. And so, yes, that's all you need is your date of birth, to figure out, what your galactic signature is encoded as on the calendar. All right. So, with that, I do want to say welcome to any new kin here that's tapping in. Um, and may that you receive your galactic signature. And I look forward to, seeing more of you around on the sessions, hearing some of your stories and your experiences with finding out your kin number. I definitely have a lot of stories. And I'm sure many of us here, in the school have stories as well. So yeah, it's definitely powerful being able to come into that information and start seeing different synchronicities and connections. And so, with all of that, we're actually going to go ahead and shift gear into the kin of the plasma oracle reader. And so, on this plasma, we are on kin 249, which is the red lunar moon. And so before I get into us reading the affirmation for this kin, I also want to just, let you all know that we are in the yellow star wave spell as well. The yellow star wave spell began on Yester Plasma on kin 248. And so within this wave spell, which consists of 13 kin, they all work to facilitate the mission of that particular wave spell. So, with us being in the yellow star wave spell, we are tapping into the power of our elegance so that we could beautify the art of who we are, the art that we came here to create, so that we can take it to the next level or take our lives to the next level, feel that excitement and enlightenment and joy. So, this is the wave spell that we are focusing on. And so since we are on kin 249, the red lunar moon, this helps to facilitate, carrying out that mission. So the first thing that we're going to do is, read the affirmation, and then I'll go into the breakdown as to how, the red lunar moon assists in us facilitating, coming into the power of our art, right? Or the power of our elegance, to beautify the art. And so, if you are in a space to join me in reading the affirmation, we're going to read it a total of 3 times. And we do that so that we can lock it in. And also, as you're reading it, pay attention to any insights that may come through. You want to write those things down as well. Okay. And so please join me in reading the affirmation, which states, I polarize in order to purify, stabilizing flow. I seal the process of universal water with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of birth. All right, this time when we said, allow yourself to really and truly connect with the affirmation. Think about any words that stand out for you as well. Jot down why it stands out, right? So 2 more times. I polarize in order to purify, stabilizing flow. I seal the process of universal water with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of birth. I polarize in order to purify, stabilizing flow. I seal the process of universal water with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of birth. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe Yo. And so one thing that I will say, to now shift into, breaking this down a little bit more for us. So remember I said we're in the yellow star wave spell. So when we look at the affirmation, the first line, it says, I polarize in order to purify. What are we polarizing? We are polarizing the challenges. So as we think about the art that we are here to create, or the art of who we are, what challenges are we experiencing? And so we look at these challenges in order to purify. So by us coming into the awareness, like, okay, I have these challenges. Let me recognize what I need to let go so I can stay in alignment, so I can stabilize my flow. Ashe? And so another thing I want to mention about this too is that it says I'm guided by the power of birth. So the power of birth, okay, oh shoot. So if you look above it, or these images are called the solar seals. So if you look at the solar seal above it, that is in the position of the spirit guide, or the guide for the red lunar moon. So the red dragon is saying, okay, stabilize your being. So we are guided. So we're being guided in stabilizing our flow so we can stabilize our being, right? So this is how you want to direct your focus. So we're stabilizing our flow to, make sure that we are in alignment with nurturing ourselves. Ashe? All right. So now let's go take a look at the, closer breakdown to this, because every part of the name, or every part of the galactic signature, holds significance. So the red is about initiating. The moon is the name, or it corresponds to the archetype. It's also the solar seal. So the red moon is also known as the healer, which is the power of universal water that purifies flow. So the red moon is the creative energy. So so through the power of universal water, that's basically saying all the, like, when I think about universal water, I'm thinking like all emotions or all energies. And so the having that power of being aware of all the energy, you want to be mindful of keeping your flow of energy within the whole pure. That's saying, like, not crossing energies with people, picking up on karmas and getting in other people's business. We want to purify our own flow within the whole. And so that's the creative power that the red moon brings. Now, when we talk about the frequency, of us vibrating in the frequency, that is the lunar tone. So that's the polarizing, stabilizing, and the challenges. So another way I like to, say it is that, I polarize challenges to stabilize the flow of my energy. So when it comes to polarizing, it's like saying, separating it from the parts. It's kind of like, imagine you have like a cord, like, excuse me, not a cord, but a cardboard box, and it has a little circle in it. So like, say you flash you have a flashlight, that light is just going to beam straight through that, through the hole in the cardboard. So it helps to like narrow down the focus so it don't be so spread out. So by us polarizing the challenges, it's helping us to identify it specifically, separating it into its parts. So now we can see, okay, these are the different elements that I need to bring into, or these are the different challenges I'm having, so that we can focus on seeing how we can stabilize it. How can we purify ourselves to, be in flow? And so in a nutshell, that is the breakdown for the red lunar moon. And so, as we continue to navigate through the rest of this plasma or this day, I want you to really think about what challenges are you experiencing with stabilizing your being. That could be, and I'm going to share a real one. Lately, I've been up pretty late. I need to bring my sleep pattern in alignment again. So I'm like, okay, that's a challenge for me. How can I stabilize my flow? So for example, I got to look at, okay, what am I doing throughout the day? Why all of a sudden at night I want to stay up late? Is there anything I could do earlier instead of, waiting till it's a little later, things like that. So like whatever challenges that you are experiencing when it comes to keeping yourself whole, being in your, I'll say nurturing yourself, those challenges, look at how you can bring stability to those aspects. And so with that, that is the oracle reading for the plasma. And now we're going to get into what our assignment is for this heptad. And so one thing I want to say before I talk about the assignment, just for anyone that is new, when we say plasma, that is like us saying day. When we say heptad, this is talking about a set of 7 plasmas. So it's similar to saying like a week. And so the reason why we made these different name changes is because we don't want to be in a week days. We want to be focused and we want to be strong. We want to know what our purpose is. We want to really move in our power, right? So we don't want to be in a week days. So that's why I'll say one of the reasons why, we made that exchange. So I just wanted to let you all know that. And so the assignment for this heptad, our first heptad, is for you all to, one, make sure you have your galactic signature and also recite your galactic signature daily. The reason why we do that is because, or, we're encouraging you to do that is because you will start to recognize how it really exemplifies the energy that you are. Like you'll, be walking through your day. You're like, oh snap, I really do polarize in order to purify. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start to see like, oh wow, yeah, that is me. And then, from there, more synchronicities will start to show up. And also it would just remind you to stay empowered, that you do have this power to create and evolve things. And, you can use it for, making some significant changes in your life. And so with that, we also encourage you to memorize your galactic signature. So as you're, reciting it daily, start allowing yourself to memorize it. Quiz yourself sometimes too. And then record any insights and downloads or uploads that you receive. And when it comes to that, like it could be anything for real, like just a random insight download situation. It surprised me. I didn't break it. I came home and noticed my scale was broken, and I'm like, what was that about? However, I noticed certain synchronicities about the significance of a scale and certain changes that I've been making in my life. I'm like, oh wow, that's an insight, that's a synchronicity, that's a download or upload. You know what I'm saying? So, we want to encourage you all to pay attention to those type of things. And that's basically, the main component for, what we covered or what we wanted to cover today for introducing you all to the cosmology. And so definitely be sure to email us if you do not have your KIN number or if you want to get more information about it. I do now have the honor, and actually give me 1 second real quick before, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. I had to grab some water real quick. So yes. So yeah. I definitely want to shout out to Nepta Harker once again, because he is the founder and chancellor of Synchronistic Human. He is Kin 239. He is the Blue Overtone Storm. And if you have been been keeping up with us for a while now, you are familiar of how empowering he can be, right? He really definitely commands the energy in a way that I say, he helps to bring that, to bring out your power. He helps you to, know that you are powerful. So one thing I want to say about him is that, like, he really is dedicated to the cosmology, to all that he is teaching. Like, he is, what I wanted to say. He makes sure to uphold the integrity of it. He does so much, and he's the real deal. Okay, ain't nothing fake about him. Okay, I'm just say that ain't nothing fake. Like, he keeps it real. Okay, and so I definitely appreciate him for all that he has done to empower and inspire me, actually, through the one-on-one coaching sessions, which are amazing, which he has over 1,000 sessions that he's completed since February of 2020. He also has the SOAR report. He created all of the classes. Like I said, we got the law time basics. We got the hollow mouth receiver. He just does so much, man. Like, I feel like it's so much that I could say. And I just give gratitude to Harker for him just being a great model in how important, or I'll say how significant and important it is to be consistent. Like, and I say that because I'll be honest, I have moments where I want to procrastinate. And sometimes I'll hear Neb in my head and I'm like, oh no, I can't procrastinate. So, like, I just appreciate him for all that he does. He's been teaching for 20 consecutive semesters. And like I said, if that doesn't show consistency and dedication, I don't know what does. Okay. And so with all of that, I'm honored to bring him on up, and I'm honored to be a part of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. And so with all of that, let's welcome Neb to Harker on up here so he can, get into some information and drop some gems for y'all. And definitely stay tuned. I'll be right back. Peace.
It's just different. I am the world changer, coded by the blue storm. My number is 19, the power of all number. I am the master alchemist, the force behind the philosopher's stone. Skilled at the art of transmutation. I am the catalytic transformer of world consciousness and planetary living. I oversee the changes of the weather. I am the thunder that shatters your world systems. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, fires. It was I who caused the triple Aztec monuments of the Avatar archetype to appear in the ancient temple grounds. I oversee the morning and the evening stars. I behold the creator of the fifth sun, the present world. Sent forth am I to dwell among you, calling forth a sixth sun. For the great regeneration of the world's soul, to know me is to know your own power of self-generation. To know me is to know your own power of self-generation. Self-generation is power. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, fires.
All right, in Lakesh Alakim. Thank you, Moon Goddess, for that wonderful rendition of getting familiar with your galactic kin. and just the breakdown of the archetype itself. You are flat out amazing. And I'm so glad that you have planted your flag to evolve with the collective that we have. Those of you who don't know, you are truly in for a treat because the things that Moon Goddess Ambrosia has on the table are just so amazing. So been so amazed with her from day one, and just it's been a joy to work with her, and how she has facilitated this new kin orientation that we create. So therefore, if we truly trust and believe and know that we've shifted from the information age into the telepathic age of our experience, it's important that we provide you with some tools to solidify you, to help you be dynamic in terms of your expression in this area that you're supported. So I'm very excited. I'm glad to be here to just share a few words about getting started for those of you that are new to this experience. I mean, this is one of the most exciting and meaningful things that I've done in my entire life, if not the most, because it deals with purpose. It deals with me finding answers to areas that I never had answers to that actually make sense and work. And it's made me a more effective being on the planet. And it also has helped me tap into some circuits of my mind that I didn't think I could tap into, but I'm so glad I did. And so, you know, we just want to create an environment for other people that are seeking that. And not everybody's seeking that. So this is not for everybody, right? At least right now, right? We're looking for people that are seeking that so they have a solid place and structure and covering to be able to fulfill their galactic purpose on Earth and clear up any karma associated with past lives, as well as reach the highest states of enlightenment while in the physical body on this planet. All right, so let's go ahead and get going with what we're here to talk about, because on the evolutionary track now, in the synchronistic human, we are unifying under one premise, and that is evolution. Evolution is the premise. We may disagree about politics, we may disagree about religion, we may disagree about this, that, and the other, but one thing we can't disagree with is the need, the inherent need to evolve. And as long as you see the importance of evolving, I remember when I saw that I needed to make evolution my number one priority. The only problem was I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what it looked like for me to evolve and how that affected all the other areas of my life and the changes, the type of changes that I would need to make. They were all impromptu changes. And so that can be a little scary. However, the faith that you have in the God in you shows you, the primal trust shows you exactly what to do. And so all you have to do is execute, and you unleash and unlock this storehouse of blessings that can help you know yourself on levels you wouldn't have been able to know yourself on. You see what I'm saying? So so this evolutionary track, the first thing that you want to do, whether you're new or you've been around for a while, is make the decision to evolve. If you're evolving, make the decision to evolve more. Because truly, the more you evolve, the easier it is to handle world affairs. Step 2, register your kin. Now, when we talk about registering your kin, we're going to put a link in here. I want to register your kin for the 260 Galactic Kin Quantum Leap Meditation on the 24th. Now, what is that? Well, we're getting together all the kin online for a meditation. And in that, the kin, for those of you who don't know, is the 260 expressions of the Creator, according to this cosmology. And in those 260 expressions, you incarnated on one of those expressions to carry out your purpose on. So when we get everybody who physically is aware of their kin and have an idea about the expression, we now are going to bring all of them together, and we're going to do a meditation and assemble the galactic brain. And when we do that, we're going to meditate, and we're going to attract insights from the cosmic mind. Okay. So your brain and your mind are different. One is an instrument that processes consciousness, and the other is consciousness itself in different forms. And your brain can process that and be able to experience many of those different states while in the body. So, what's powerful about that, those of you who are new, in the middle, or seasoned, you will be able to receive collective insights and individual insights to help you prepare and further yourself in the telepathic age of this experience. That's very important. If we're talking about there's a telepathic age, well, we just don't want it to be by happenstance. We want you to be able to say, okay, we need to be able to be equipped. We need to be in a state of what? Readiness, so that we can execute on that level as well, not just talk about it. So that's why these things are being put in place. So register your kin. You'll see the link that was put in the chat. And then number 3, become an IM member. And we have some new IM members that were able. 226 is a new IM member. I'm not sure if Zakaya, if she's still on. And it's just phenomenal for those. Some individuals have become a member, and many people do it just by becoming a member from watching one of our sessions, like the Amplify Your Purpose session. Okay, so very, very, very powerful, and so we want to make sure that you're able to not only access the memory or the infinite aligned memory membership, but you're able to integrate those concepts into your day-to-day life. And then we also have Nafis Sabir. Okay, also, so I don't know if she's on, but just want to give her a shout out. A couple of our newest members just a couple of days ago, a couple of plasmas ago. So more and more people are going to be seeking this to get something different. Everybody needs something different nowadays to help them advance themselves on this trajectory. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Okay. All right. And then, so become an IM member if you're not. And if you are an IM member, make sure you access the replays from the Amplify Your Purpose. Make sure you access the Law of Time Basics, which is step 4. And you'll see that's what gives you the industry jargon about heptads and plasma, so you can see the lingo that we're using in what context, so you can use it as well to orchestrate your life. Okay, a couple of other things I recommend that you do is listen and watch the replays daily for at least a moon, which is 28 plasmas. Memorize your galactic signature. That's your assignment. Sign up for the appropriate classes. Right now, you'll see I'm going to put up a visual. We'll be going in. We're in the early bird season of the spring term, which starts April 11th. So right now, you can get discounts as a member that you wouldn't be able to get later. Okay, so sign up for the appropriate classes if you see the value in that. Follow the 13 moon calendar and the Zolkin daily. All right, so if you need help with that, just message us and let us know. We send the material, but sometimes it takes some spoon feeding. This is different. It's different being a linear being versus becoming and aware and operating as a multi-dimensional being. Also, attend all online live events as your schedule permits. And if your schedule doesn't permit, you can always check out the replay if you like. All right, and number 10, share with like-minded individuals. That's important. All right, we could create a movement of people who want to evolve. That's going to shift some things on the planet for sure. All right, how to maximize the Synchronistic Human platform. When you become an IM member, make sure you just follow all the email instructions, because there are a couple little quirks to accessing your membership. But once you get in and know how, it is just really good. All right. And so you'll click on the curriculum button to access the videos. And as I stated earlier, just watch the LOT, which is Law of Times Basics, repeatedly. There's a plethora of videos in there that give you some insights And also memorize your galactic signature. Feel free to schedule a reading with Moon Goddess Ambrosia at moongoddess@synchronicithuman.com. That will do you a lot of good because you can go a little bit deeper. And the deeper you go, the more effective you can be in your day-to-day life. Okay. Also, more helpful tips. Attend all the AYP or Amplify Your Purpose sessions on Sundays at 10:25 a.m. is when it starts. We tell people to log in a little bit early so we can get started right at 10:30. And we really work to get out of there between 12 and 12:15. So it's really insightful to be on that. Ask questions, ask for help. Here's another one. Have long-term thinking. Don't just think in the here and the now, because there's so many things that we may have to unlearn in order to evolve. So be patient with your process. Once you get rooted, inquire about becoming a volunteer, because the more you get access, the more success you're going to have. All right. And here's just a couple things. The Infinite Align membership, so you can get up to 50% off of your classes, especially in that early bird period, and 25% of your classes as a monthly member. All right. So just exclusive things that you get. You want to take advantage of that. You want to get your mind off of the programs and onto the synchronicities by watching these replays as much as you can, so you can really find intelligent questions to ask and get those intelligent questions answered. And once you do, you're going to be unstoppable for sure. All right. Also, attend level 2, which you're doing now, but we have a 4-part series. So this is just part 1 of the New Kin orientation. Next Thursday, we're going to be on our Adobe Connect platform. And so you want to make sure you're on our email list and that you got it scheduled for 8 o'clock. Put it on your calendar. New Kin orientation every Thursday, 4 Thursdays in a row. So this is the first one. So we got 3 more. And each time we talk about a different aspect of the law of time in your galactic signature. So it's real powerful and real insightful. All right. So Moon Goddess is going to be facilitating that. Level 3, register for the classes once you get enough information and knowledge that you think is going to help you evolve the fastest. Now, if you're new, the first 2 classes that you can take are the Law of Time, LOT Basics, and the HMP 421. That is the introductory to the synchronic order and telepathy. All right. And so the Law of Time kind of gives us the psychology of being a multidimensional being, so we can integrate those concepts into the world, because the world doesn't really work by those concepts. So that's kind of can help you get up the learning curve quickly and minimize the disruption from doing something different. Okay. So definitely. And I believe that we will be, early bird registration ends on the 20th. All right. The 20th. So that's next Thursday. So you want to get registered before then to get the discounts, because after the 20th, you only be able to get up to 25% discount instead of 50% discount if you're a member. All right. So just letting you know that. All right. Also, there is level 4, the one-on-one synchronicity coaching has really proved to be very powerful. We've registered over 1,200 sessions. So that's in 5 years. So that's a lot of sessions. Each session averages about an hour and a half per session. And it's been really effective for us. And we really, if you want some information about that, and one thing about the coaching, just the one-on-one experience helps accelerate things. So less of a coach and more of an expediter. So if you want to speed things up, speed your success up, then this definitely is a great tool to use to do so by using the cosmology. And this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be talking about, in our Amplify Your Purpose while living in the new time session, we're going to be talking about how to build influence in the new time. And when we talk about the new time, we're talking about moving from the information age into the telepathic age of our experience. Okay, so it's going to be really, really, really powerful for us to do so. All right, so definitely strap on your seatbelts, bring your notepad, and for that hour to an hour and a half, there's some insightful information that can really, truly change your position in life. You can also follow us on social media on X, Taharka 81129. IG, I'm on Neb underscore Taharka, Neb Taharka Kanishkawak on Facebook, TikTok Synchronistic Human, and YouTube Synchronistic Human 441. Okay, so definitely make sure that you're subscribed. We're doing more stuff on social media. And in wrapping this up, does anybody have any questions about your kin or any of the upcoming events, the upcoming meditation? If you do, go ahead and ask now. We want everyone to make sure they got the questions answered and they know exactly what to do so that you are able to be as effective as possible with this knowledge. And it really is, it's just about paying attention and making sure you're on point with what's being said. It's a lot of multitasking going on. It's just the type of society that we live in. So we have to be very intentional about the things that we think we really, really want to do because we can easily get distracted. So if not, you can email me at nebtaharka@synchronistichuman.com. I'll be glad to take your questions and even set up a call with you to help you orient yourself on this path. And let me tell you what I have found and what's been my experience. Once you get oriented with galactic consciousness, once you get oriented with this cosmology, not only do you really get to know yourself on such a much deeper level, you also have the opportunity to be more effective than you've ever been in your entire life. And that's what we want to facilitate, that kind of process for not just myself or Moon Goddess Ambrosia, everybody that's seeking to evolve and fulfill their galactic purpose on Earth. Ashe? All right. So I just want to close with a quote in our Declaration of Evolution. All right. One of the best gifts that can be given to you is to be able to exercise full authority over your whole mind. Notice we just say mind because your mind can be limited. Your whole mind with all of its faculties and dimension, right? Authority means you have power over. All right. So let's go ahead and those of you that feel comfortable, recite the Declaration of Evolution. I will say I and then say your name. And then I will say my name, Neb Taharka, and then hereby declare that I will, and we'll cover every bullet point on this page. So let's go ahead and do it together for those of you that want to participate. All right. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will make evolution my #1 priority. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will clear any karma associated with my existence once revealed. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will discover, carry out, and become my purpose. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will remove any judgments that I have of myself and others. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will look for and remove any spiritual blockages or misalignments. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will end any cycles that do not support my evolutionary process. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will show compassion for all beings and all the species on the planet. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will be patient with my process and others going through their processes as well. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will be disciplined and focused when things get challenging. And more than likely, things will get challenging at some point. I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will listen to my intuition and carry out its instructions when received. Lastly, I say your name, Neb Taharka, hereby declare that I will ultimately strive for self-mastery. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. And so it is. Woo! On behalf of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment and all of its students and all of you participating in the new Kin orientation, I want to thank you for your time and energy. And we will close out with the 260 meditation. In Lakesh means I am another you. Alakin means you are another me. Hotep, Hetipu, and Namaste. And remember, evolution is the solution. Peace.